So after a lot of backlash from the fans, ESPN tried to do the right thing by establishing damage control, where they put Devin Haney on the top 10 pound-for-pound list. However, they still did not place him as high as he should be. In addition to that, they removed Vasiliy Lomachenko from the top 10 pound-for-pound list. And that's what I mean by damage control. Notice how they replaced Vasiliy Lomachenko with Devin Haney. As soon as Devin Haney goes to negotiations with Vasiliy Lomachenko to fight him next. You think it's a coincidence that Lomachenko gets removed from the top 10 pound-for-pound list the moment Devin Haney is about to fight him next? Absolutely not. ESPN could have removed Lomachenko a long time ago, and Devin Haney should have been on the pound-for-pound list months ago, as soon as he became undisputed. This is nothing more, nothing less than an agenda by old media to discredit Devin Haney once he beats Lomachenko, who old media have been hyping up as an all-time great. See, old media doesn't want to give Devin Haney his credit once he beats Lomachenko and say, he beat a pound-for-pound fighter. Or the way they put it, he beat an all-time great pound-for-pound fighter in Vasiliy Lomachenko. But it's too late for that. Old media is going to have to drown with the sinking ship on this one. They can't take back everything they said about Lomachenko. They said he was the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. They said his defense is like the Matrix. And when you play the theory they said about Canelo to why he lost to Floyd Mayweather, who was 36 years old, they justified Canelo Alvarez, who was a unified champion at 23, losing to Floyd because he had less experience. Well, guess what? Devin Haney is also 23. He also has less experience than Vasiliy Lomachenko, who's only 34 years old. So Lomachenko is more in his prime than Floyd Mayweather was when he beat Canelo Alvarez. Floyd was 36, fighting in his 5th weight class against the much bigger Canelo Alvarez, who was 20 pounds naturally bigger than Floyd. And we all saw what Floyd Mayweather did to Canelo. So old media should see Lomachenko doing Devin Haney worse than Floyd Mayweather did Canelo, because Lomachenko has all of the advantages. He has more experience. He's more in his prime. He's 2 years younger than Floyd Mayweather. And he don't have to struggle to make weight like Devin Haney. So that's an advantage for Lomachenko. Lomachenko's size excuse that he's making up already is not valid because Loma fought Nakatani and Luke Campbell. And they both bigger than Devin Haney. That's a fact. But you never heard Loma once complain about their size. However, Loma calls Devin Haney a heavyweight. If that's the case, then why didn't Loma call Nakatani as super heavyweight? Why didn't Loma call Luke Campbell as super heavyweight, since they are bigger than Devin Haney? In addition to that, Lomachenko is only fighting in his 3rd weight class, while Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez in his 5th weight class. Remember, Lomachenko, he fought in the amateurs and won 2 gold medals at 132 pounds. That's only 3 pounds south of 135. So he's naturally a 135 pounder. Old media and Loma keep making this size excuse, but it was Lomachenko out of his mouth. He admitted that he can't make 130 pounds anymore. That's what Loma said out of his own mouth when he was asked, why don't you move back down to 130 pounds? Nevertheless, by old media own theory to why Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather, by their own logic, the great Loma should smoke Devin Haney worse than Floyd Mayweather smashed Canelo Alvarez. So like Devin Haney said, don't switch sides now. Stay on that side, the Loma side. Keep the same energy. Don't flip as soon as the fight become a reality. Because when Loma versus Devin Haney fight was a fantasy, back when Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney by waving the white flag and gave Devin Haney the WBC belt without a fight, without a war, all of old media, the decafs and the decaf wizards, they all swear it up and down that Loma was gonna smoke Devin Haney. They said the fight was a waste of time. So keep that same energy. Furthermore, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson should be much higher on the list. Also, how is it possible that Bivol is behind Canelo on the top 10 pound-for-pound list? That makes no sense whatsoever. Canelo just lost to Bivol. Then he looked like crap against the 40 years old Gennady Golovkin. On the other hand, Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez every single minute of every single round, as recent as few months ago, then turned around to fight Gilberto Ramirez, an undefeated fighter that was 44-0, who came to the fight over 200 pounds. He was much bigger than Bivol, and Bivol still dominated him every single minute of every single round, just like he did Canelo. So how is it possible Bivol, coming off two of the biggest wins of the year, is still below Canelo Alvarez on the pound-for-pound list, a fighter that suffered one of the biggest losses of the year? Then he had a fight that did not live up to anything against the 40 years old Gennady Golovkin. Third of all, they have Inoue as high as number 2, when he doesn't belong to be on top of anybody on the top 10 pound-for-pound list. I mean, you can't name me one fighter Inoue beat outside of a washed-up 39 years old Donaire. I challenge anybody to name me one fighter Inoue beat. And don't Google it. Who, Aaron? A fighter that was 12-2 and not even ranked on the top 50 in his own division when Inoue fought him? Last but not least, where is the undisputed champion Jermell Charlo, who has knocked out every single champion on his path to become undisputed in one of the deepest divisions in all of boxing? Where is the undisputed champion Jermell Charlo? Does he not qualify because he don't have the complexion for the connection? I guess race does matter, Jermell, if you haven't got the memo. With the facts being laid out, there are 4 criteria that qualifies a fighter to be a pound-for-pound fighter, which is resume, dominance, willing to fight everyone. And how would you fare against all of the fighters on the pound-for-pound list? If hypothetically all of the fighters are in the same division, how would they fare against one another if they fight each other? Who would win, who would lose, and who would come out on top? That's what your brother Akhi and Dante's Boxing Nation gonna discuss on our new media top 10 pound-for-pound list. So to be on the lookout for the cookout, subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.